Next up, how can you change the life of a student? Katrina Troughton is going to tell us about a program that is close to my heart. Katrina?
Well, thanks, Jeff. So IBM joined with several universities to pilot a student competition that enables them to work securely on really important research projects. This year's social student competition had 27 teams from the University of Arizona, the University of Southern California, and also Aalto University in Finland. Every team had members of each of the three universities. And for the competition, each team was assigned a different research project. So let's take a little more look at this.
I've never had a project like this before where I really had to work in a team that's spread across geographically thousands upon thousands of miles. And I don't think that we would have produced the same quality of work if we had been physically together.
One of the things that we really want to bring into the project is this human element, this ability to really navigate relationships and get to know your teammates well. That's not easy in a virtual setting, but one thing that we saw once we moved to a single collaboration platform is these students liked each other far more. They liked working with each other, they respected one another's work far more.
One of the biggest challenges we faced was it was a new platform none of us have ever used. As we progressed, with every week we met, we got more used to the software and were able to kind of configure which tools we were going to use and which tools we felt were the most beneficial.
My generation is so used to doing everything online, so having it all in one area was definitely easier because it just made it clear what channel we would be using to communicate.
I'm going to be working with people not only from around the US, but also from different countries. And so to already be familiar with video tools and how to communicate with people from different cultures is going to help me tremendously going forward in my career.
I think that what you have to realize is that the world's getting more interconnected, and online collaboration means that you can really work with talented individuals and you're not being constrained by the limitations of where you are, where you're from, or what you're doing.
We're really excited about where we can move this project in the future. I'd really like to move it further and further so that we're simulating that global virtual work environment increasingly for our students.
So I thought it was a really interesting observation that Evan made there at the end about how collaboration removes the constraints of where you are, where you're doing it from, and what you're even doing. And I love the way they really seized the moment, using every moment they had. But it was kind of a surprise to me that it was a sort of novel concept to these millennials who live online. This idea of how you use collaboration to actually work and get stuff done. And I think that's pretty powerful. Now, we're fortunate to have some of our winners and their professor here from USC here with us this morning. So please welcome me in joining them to the stage. Hi, Peter. Hi, Damien. Hi, Bree. How are you? Grab a seat. Well, good morning, everybody, and thanks for joining us today. We've got a couple of questions for each of you, but first, I do want to congratulate you on being the winners of this year's competition, the 2015 IBM Social Student Competition. So let's congratulate them. So for press the card on, Peter, if I may, let me start with you. You and I were talking earlier about how your students are already connected pretty much all of the time, one way or another. But how do you see the importance for students of learning how to collaborate and using collaboration in their projects?
Well, I think one thing that we've seen consistently for many, many years is our students who have stronger collaboration skills, they get better jobs, and then they also get better promotion opportunities. So we're invested in that success. We've increasingly heard in the last 5 to 10 years from our industry partners and also our alumni advisory boards that they want to see collaboration in a virtual space. And so that's really why we've developed this virtual team project. We throw the students in a situation where they've never met each other. They're working across institutions, across time zones, across countries, and they're delivering a project that requires 6 to 10 weeks of work, all in a virtual environment.
Thanks, Peter. Now, Bree, you're part of the winning team. Tell us a little bit about how you used the platform and how it helped you to win.
Well, we used all aspects of the platform. We were able to share documents. We were able to video chat live time. I mean, this is the first time that we've ever met, like face to face. So, you know, it was really fun and interesting and different to, you know, use a virtual setting for all that.
It's pretty cool. And Peter, back to you. I know you've been teaching using technology now for a number of years. Tell us a little bit about what might have been different in this year's competition.
Well, we've done the same project for 3 years. The first 2 years, we actually had students go out and choose whatever platforms or tools that they wanted to do. So typically, they'd go out and they'd use a combination of Google Docs, Google Hangouts and Skype, email and text, and kind of these separate tools. This last year, we moved to IBM Connections on SocialStudent, so it was that single collaboration platform. And we track really carefully the student experience, how well they work in teams, and then also their performance. And we've seen a dramatic difference. So not only are the teams better coordinated on virtually every measure, but we see that the end product is substantially better.
And it's so interesting to me that you measure in that way, and I think I'm sure many other people would like some of that insight. But Jamie, a question for you. So you're a marketing graduate. I think you're going to graduate next year, right? So Peter told us that you're working together on this SocialStudent platform on Connections. How important do you think it was having that single platform and working in a virtual team the way you did?
I think it's very important, especially when you're collaborating virtually, because there are so many different components of the project that we needed to use different things like email and file sharing and video chat, like Bree was saying. And so having that all in one space on the SocialStudent platform made the process so much simpler for us, and it made our work, I think, a lot better.
Really interesting how you managed to work and, of course, just meet now face to face. So, Peter, you're a professor at the Marshall School of Business, and you're helping to help, really create and shape the entrepreneurs of the future. So tell us a little bit about the skills that you tell these future entrepreneurs that they'll need to succeed in the business world when they graduate.
Well, I think there's certain skills and attitudes. Certainly as far as skills, we want them to have outstanding communication skills, both in real-time and asynchronous environments. We want them to have excellent project management skills. We want them to understand the collaboration tools themselves, when to use them. As far as attitudes, flexibility, kind of the sense of adventurousness and fun. This desire to really share and help one another. You kind of asked, what do we tell them? In fact, really what we want them to do is experience it. So yes, we can tell them those things all we want, but really have them learn by doing, and that's what we've tried to do with the project.
Fascinating. Bree, what lessons did you learn as you started using the technology and working a project? What did you learn about that, and what was one of your favorite features?
I mean, it really taught us how to communicate on a platform that we've never used. I mean, we're using Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat all day long, but we never really use it to collaborate and work in such the setting. So it was really helpful, I think personally for me, to have like the document sharing. Everything was live time, and you could just really, connect on a different level since we weren't in the same room together.
Thank you. And Jamie, what are some of the tools that you used, and also what do you think is really important? What do you think you'll use once you're in the professional world, marketing, as a marketing professional? Tell me a little bit about that.
I think one of the most important things will be mobile technology. I actually used 3 apps that were an extension of the SocialStudent online platform to do some of my work. And in today's age, everyone's using their phones to do everything, to get their work done. And so having other apps to be able to get your work done wherever and whenever you want is going to be really useful for me in the future.
Yeah, I can see it here with everyone sitting there with their mobile phones non-stop. So look, Peter, my last question is for you. How do you see students using these social and collaboration skills they've built and applying them in the real world, in the working world?
Well, I think in every single thing they do. So it used to be 5-10 years ago, we thought of social media skills for our marketing students, and now we view social collaboration skills as something that all of our business students need to know and be an expert at.
Great. Well, look, thank you, all three of you, for coming today. I certainly hope that while you're here, you get to see a few more of our Connect events and sessions this week and take the chance to do some more learning. But thank you all very much for coming with us, and back to you, Jeff.
Congratulations to Bree and Jamie. I am so excited about your talking about cross-university teaming. You're taking cross-university teaming to the next level. And thank you, Professor, and your team. Now, it all comes down to creating this new way to work, a more human way to engage and create and share. When technology works for us, not the other way around. I hope you see how remarkable an opportunity this is for all of us, and how profound this moment is based upon the examples and some of the discussion that you saw here today. Now, for the next 50 minutes, I encourage you to get over to the expo where you can meet everyone that you saw here today up on stage, as well as our valued partners. And I'd especially urge you all to visit our gold sponsor, Pan Agenda. Pan Agenda makes data work for you with their innovative software and consulting services. So please head out over to the Expo Center. You'll have the opportunity really to meet any of the folks that were here up on stage today. Say hello, ask whatever questions that you have. But then, in about 50 minutes from now, I want you all to come back in here for part 2. You won't want to miss some of the great customer stories that we have coming, the amazing work Gary Dolson is doing, creating incredible digital experiences, and just wait till you see the demos of where we're going. I think you're going to really be thrilled with what you see. So see you back here promptly at 10 a.m. Take care.